welcome back. We are on the I-5, headed up to Mount Shasta. We are going to stay the night there tonight and then make our way slowly up to Overland Expo, stopping along the way and just kind of finding camp as we go. I don't have anything picked out. I'm going to be using my iPad here to find some spots. I am about an hour and a half away from my next charger, which is a Tesla charger, and then from there I should be getting into Shasta. There's a Rivian charger right there. That's why this is such a great spot, because we can get in, we can charge fully, top off, and then go find a spot and then spend the night. So that's why I've done this trip so many times, because it's just so easy. Having that charger there in Shasta really makes this a really great spot for someone like me. So if you have a Rivian and you are looking for spots in Northern California, this is the place to go. So don't know what we're gonna find. I'm gonna try something new, somewhere new than I've done previously. I have a spot that kind of goes up in the mountain that I typically go, but I'm by myself, so I don't want to slash a tire. I'm going to just try to play it safe, try to find something relatively remote, but in a route that's not too crazy. The rocks, like I said, are pretty jagged in that area, so I don't want to slash a tire. I have a brand new rack from Range Industries that is lifting my tent up quite a bit, so I was able to slide my spare in, and that's working out great. So excited about that. That was like a huge pain in my last trip because I didn't have my spare. You guys saw I got a slow leak in one of my tires, and so I just don't want to get in that situation again. It wasn't that big of a deal. I was able to just fill it with some sealant, and that was fine. And then, later on I went and got it patched. So no big deal, but I don't want to get myself in a major situation where I slash a tire and I'm kind of stranded. I do have patch kits and things like that, so definitely prepared for a lot of different scenarios. You never know. Last time I did this trip a couple years ago, I hit something on the road. It wasn't even like a crazy off-road situation, just a nail or something just outside a bend. So that was a bummer, but at least I had a spare tire. So we are pretty much prepared for anything that could happen. I've got my Howl campfire. I'm going to be using that this weekend. I don't really know what the burn situations are in this area. I haven't done a ton of research. I just got back from vacation. I was in Europe for about 10 days, and I got back yesterday. So today I am driving. This is going to be an 8-hour drive for me today, and who knows how it's going to go. I am a little bit jet lagged, but I'm feeling pretty good, so not too concerned about it. But it is just me. I was hoping I could get someone to come up here with me, but nobody else was available. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been in Oregon in probably 2 years. And when I went last time to the expo, I camped at the expo and learned pretty quickly that that's kind of a lame way to go to the expo. You're right there in Bend, so like, why not just take advantage of all that beautiful country around you? There's tons of BLM land. Like, I'm just gonna go camp in the middle of nowhere, drive to the expo, have some fun, go back out, camp again, and then, on Sunday I'll head back home. So it should be pretty fun, but I'm gonna take you along for several days. Today is Wednesday. We have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So a lot of days of camping. I do love camping up in that area. It's so beautiful. So excited to just, find some new spots. I haven't really done a ton of exploring. Like I said, last time I stayed at the expo. So I don't feel like I really saw Bend like I want to see Bend. So if you know the spot in Bend, hit me up for next time. I definitely plan on getting up in this area a lot more. This is just such a beautiful area. I used to live in Portland, but I never really made my way out to Bend, and I really regret that. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to make my way to the next stop, which is a Tesla charger, and yeah, I'm trying to find my campsite for the night. So anyways, I'll talk to y'all soon. All right. Well, I think I've basically got everything set up for now. Gonna make some dinner. Got my kitchen set up, ready to go. Got the fire set up and lit. Love how easy it is to get that going. It's not too cold out right now. I think it's probably in the 60s or so. It's just nice ambiance at the moment. I might turn the bar coal off because it's not really necessary, and just have the flames to save some gas. But other than that, gonna do a pretty easy dinner, pretty similar to what I did last time. Might make some ravioli, but yeah, other than that, this is pretty nice out here. I ended up coming back to the spot that I originally parked in. As I was going up through those trails, everything's just uphill, and so there wasn't really like a really great flat area for me to kind of set up camp in. I would have had just basically like the road that I was on. So I lost my view of Mount Shasta, and I was not digging that at all. You can't tell right now because it's pitch black, but right here behind me, Shasta is right there, and then there's a really beautiful body of water over here. I don't know what it is, some sort of lake or something. I'll get a shot of that in the morning when I wake up. But yeah, pretty great out here. A lot of bugs. I don't know if you can hear them or see them, but there are these giant beetles that are flying around everywhere, and they're just kind of like attracted to all my lights. So that's kind of annoying, but also like the good, kind of the good thing about the Devos lights is that they extend high up. So I'm going to turn off my ditch lights because they're kind of that color that really attracts bugs. Same here. I might change the color of this to be something a little bit more red, because these lights are really like attracting the bugs. But the Devos lights aren't. I've got a little bit of a kind of more orange tint kind of light to it, and that's not really like attracting them right now. I can also like raise them up really high and keep the bugs like up away from me, and that'll be fine. Also, I thought there'd be a lot of mosquitoes. Don't feel any right now, so that's pretty awesome. I can just kind of chill out here and not really worry about that too much. But I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking dinner, and then I'll set up my tent. All right. That beetle is so big. Once he lands somewhere, I'll try to bring the camera over so you guys can see. I've never seen a beetle like this, so interested to hear what you guys think it is. See if you can help me ID it. Also, it is so peaceful out here tonight. I just saw a car going down the trail, but outside of that, like, I can hear some gentle highway noise, because 97's just, I don't know, like half a mile over that way. But other than that, it is really peaceful out here, really nice. So let's get some food going. There's also so many dead bugs on the howl right now. Moss attracted to the flame. It's unfortunately not ending well for them. Oh man. landed in my bowl. All right, I'm gonna bring you guys over, see if you can figure out what this is. It's got a little bit of like these big eyebrows, eyelashes. I'm not sure what he is. Let's try this again.
got a new device. It is from Out-In. It is a portable espresso machine. And so I'm going to make an espresso, I guess a latte, because I also have milk frother. So I usually make a latte in the morning when I wake up. So this is, me just doing what I always do, but doing it out here with the view of Mount Shasta, which is pretty incredible. So yeah, I'm going to get that going. Slept pretty good last night. I don't know, there was like zero sound. I think I might pack up and try to head further north today. This spot's great and I love the view and everything, but it's also like super dusty. The trail's super dusty, so there's not really like a great place to kind of relax. Love to get some more shade. The Kamek awning is awesome, but as you can see, like, this is where my shade ends. So not really getting much shade from this awning right now. Like I said previously, I do have a 270 awning that I am going to be installing, but unfortunately it's just not going to work with this setup. I bought some awning mounts from Billy Bars that I was hoping would work for this, but my tent's just in the way, so it would be, two struts that would be sticking up in order for me to attach the awning, and the way the tent flips out and the rain flies install, like, it's just not going to work. So it's either I get a new tent or just get rid of the 270 altogether and just forget that idea. Kamek's working for me right now. I have the shade panel, so I've got a little bit more shade, but I want something a little bit more substantial when it comes to shade when I'm out here. So the 270 is definitely where I'm headed. I've got to figure out a situation or a setup back here that will allow me to make this work. So I have some ideas. I'm going to the expo this weekend, so I'm going to be taking a look at a few things. So we'll see. All right, let's make some coffee. All right, so this is the system. It has a 19-gram basket and dosing funnel, tamper, and can't remember what this is called. I have one at home, but essentially it breaks up the clumps of the grinds as you are putting them in. So get all that together. I'm gonna dose my 19 grams in my basket, fill it with water, and then we'll get going. So put the beans in, the grinds in, and then use this to break up all of the clumps, and then we tamp. I love that this is all just kind of built in. So now we got the fully tamped shot. Put the filter on. Oops. Screw it on. And before I do that, I'm going to heat up my milk for the frothing.
Alright, I think my milk is to temperature. My coffee is too fine, which sucks. So yeah, it's way too foamy. I can't do any art. Look at that. Frothed it too much. Oh well. We'll get the hang of it. All right, I just got packed up and I took a shower real quick. I am gonna make my way now to Klamath Falls. I haven't figured out my next camping spot yet, so while I'm at the Chargers, I'll figure that out, but not too concerned about it. I think I'll figure something out. There's definitely tons along the way. But yeah, this is a great spot. Obviously, like I said, the great view of Shasta there. But man, no tree coverage really, and I've just been baking in the sun all day. So time to find something where I have a little bit more protection. I'm not sure how far I'll get into Oregon today. Like it wasn't a priority. Like tomorrow, really, I'd like to be in Bend, but for tonight, like I just need to get into Oregon, find a better spot. So I will just start driving that way and see what happens.
pencil down this PI into next PI for stragglers. Well, any other questions? Anybody else out of the office that I should answer for right now? No? Okay, then I think I'm done.
You're also out of time. So
okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan. That was really helpful. Teams, if you still have questions, please.
just got packed up. This has been a great spot. I just randomly found it via Onyx Off-Road. I saw a spring that was out back here, and this was like a service road that just pulled right up to it. Unfortunately, I think the spring is a little dry right now. I saw a little bit of standing water back there, but it wasn't like anything special. So, but this spot was great. Someone left me a lot of wood, so I had a fire last night. Yeah, no complaints. I am headed to Bend now. I'm gonna get a campsite out that way. I don't know, grab some food before I go to my site, and I might not cook tonight. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But I also might hit up a after party. So there's a after party at Fit Garage. I went there a couple years ago. It was a great spot, really cool. So might do that. We'll see. Right now, I just want to get on the road and start heading towards Bend. It's pretty late. It's like 7 o'clock right now. It's going to take me about an hour to get over there. So anyways, I will talk to you all soon. All right. Well, I woke up on the Deschutes River. I did not film last night because, man, I kept striking out spot after spot, road after road that I went down. Just was not finding anything like that was really gonna, be suitable for me to park and pop my tent out. I need a little bit more room, right, because of my rooftop tent and the way that it pops out on the side. So a lot of the spots that I was finding would have been great if I had like a Sprinter van or something like that, but for me in my setup, that was not going to be great. So I just did a lot of driving, and finally around midnight found this spot. So I did not film any of that because I was exhausted and tired. And it's funny, I went all the way to Bend, but I ended up having to backtrack quite a bit to come back and find this spot, which I'm glad I did. This is so much better. And I will probably come back here tonight. I'd love to wake up and actually jump in the river. It's probably freezing, but who cares? It's not very often that you get to camp this close to a beautiful river. I mean, it is pristine. Love the color. It's really peaceful here. This is BLM land that is along the Deschutes River, just around
Lapine and Crescent Butte, sorry. So it's kind of in between those two spots. But yeah, really great. If I had gotten here, actually came here on Wednesday or Thursday when I came in originally, instead of going to my last spot, I probably could have snagged one of these spots that are right here along the river and like really been able to camp right here. But it's all good. This is all part of the journey. Now I'm gonna mark this spot for myself next time when I come up here for the expo again, and I'm just gonna make a week of it on the river here. Got a little Subaru towing a trailer over there. But now it is time to get ready and go to the expo. It's about 9 o'clock right now. I slept in a little bit. Been kind of slow moving this morning, but it's time to get going a little bit. Hopefully it's not too crazy getting into the expo and parking's not insane, but that's what you get going in a little bit later. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, one of the best upgrades I've made on this tent is upgrading these straps. What you get originally with the Yakima is just Velcro, and man, I don't think it took more than like 3 or 4 trips before that Velcro just like wore out from, you know, latching it and unlatching it. So I bought these Night Eyes. I don't know how to pronounce that brand. I believe it's Night Eyes. But anyways, I bought those like cam locks that they sell, and just got some more nylon off the internet, off Amazon, and replaced this strap particularly. This is all still the same. Now, one thing I need to do, I need to buy some of this more just better quality nylon, as opposed to this nylon, because it is it's already broke on me this trip. I did a quick repair here, but I'm afraid it's gonna fail on me again. So yeah, if you have this Yakima tent, let me know. I'll send you a link to the products that I purchased to kind of do that upgrade, but that has helped with getting this down. It's a little bit harder for me to close this tent because I have a Hess mattress in here, which again, for me, I think is like, it's the best upgrade you could make possibly for this Yakima tent. Love it. It is the perfect footprint for the Yakima Skyrise HD, and it's pretty pricey, but I mean, you know, you're coming out here, you want to be comfortable. You can settle for I think it's a 2-inch mattress pad that comes in this tent, and it definitely closes a lot better with 2 inches. But doubling it to 4 inches with that Hess mattress, whew, yeah, that was a much better night's sleep. So that's my recommendation. Those 2 things alone have made this tent so much better as far as like comfort and yeah, just overall ease of use. Putting it away though, still pain. Yeah, I don't like it. The main pain obviously for me is this thing is like a dust magnet, and here in Oregon, in the Deschutes, just like all these dusty trails, and I get it all over me as I'm putting away the tent, which is no big deal. But let's finish this up and head out to the expo. It's getting late.